We are in Cancun, Mexico at Paradisus Cancun in the hotel zone. This is their presidential suite. I got a chance to stay here for 50% off because of Black Friday. It's a 3,700 plus square foot suite, the biggest one they have. Top floor of the reserve adults only section, which is the fifth pyramid all the way on the left if you're facing the ocean. Obviously only adults are allowed in this section, and as a reserve member you have different benefits that come along with it. Here is sort of the pre-entrance to the suite. You have to scan your bracelet to get in. There's obviously one other room to the right that's not part of the presidential suite, but this is just an added layer of security. You then scan again, and this is the foyer to the room. Over here to the right is the first bathroom. There are two bathrooms, one main master bath, and then this is sort of a guest bathroom. We didn't really use it, there was only two of us, but it's fully stocked with different toiletries, shampoo, conditioner, bug spray, sunscreen, and I believe in the master suite there was also toothbrushes, as well as a laundry bag if you want to do laundry while you're there. Now that right door there is a different pathway you could take to get to the kitchen if you have to quickly get to the kitchen, but we're going to take the long way around through the main living area. I saw some older videos doing a tour of this space that were from 10 or so years ago. It's been updated a lot since then. I was very surprised by how beautiful it looks in person. And you'll see here is the mini bar. Before we came, they asked us what our favorite drinks were. So we gave some sodas as well as vodka and tequila. And then when we arrived, they really stocked this mini bar full of bottles of tequila and vodka as well as other alcohol. Way too much that we could drink in the time, but it was all included. And off of the minibar is the first of three balconies. This one just faces the pyramid to the right, but there's also a view of the lagoon if you look even more to the right, as well as a view of the ocean if you kind of arch your neck to the left. There's really books scattered throughout the suite. I just thought it was interesting to kind of show what's available. There's a lot of art books, books on film even, books on Mexican culture, and they're both in English and Spanish. There's a very large LG TV here in the living area, and it has just normal cable. You could easily switch the TV language from English to Spanish or vice versa. They also have Netflix. Over here is a view of the lagoon, and this is where the sun sets at night. So if you're at the dining table with a glass of wine watching it, it's a very pretty view. They also restock the dining table every morning with fruit, and they had some wine and chocolate there. Going through the store here is the kitchen. We never really used it because it's all you could eat inclusive, so we didn't really have a reason to cook, but there's a fridge and a microwave in case you do want to cook, and the fridge is fully stocked. There's another balcony you can see there that looks over the lagoon. Here in the fridge you'll see there's a lot of bottled water, which you're going to need in Mexico, and there's some champagne, Oreos, beer, different mixers if you want to make cocktails at the minibar. There's also a coffee machine. And here's the view of the lagoon, which is one of my favorite views even though it's not an ocean view. Back here, you go through the door to land at the main foyer like I showed you at the beginning of the video. But let's again walk through the main living area. Now we're turning to the office area, which I used a couple of times. There's another TV in here as well, a lot of art and books, and a plug-in right by the desk, so it's really easy to, just put your computer on charge if you have to do some work. And once we go around here, we will finally arrive at the bedroom area. Now this is probably the balcony that we spent the most time on because you have a very nice view of the ocean. Excuse the mess, stuff is all over the place, but the bed I found was super comfortable. It's firm, but I like that. It's king size, and you'll see that there's wraparound windows everywhere. It could get a little hot, but there's curtains all the time, and there's a great AC that works really well. We opened the curtains as much as we can to see the view, but by the time we left and got some food, usually housekeeping comes, and when they come, they also close the curtains so that your room doesn't overheat. And through this window, this pool at the bottom there is actually the adults only pool. And this was probably my favorite part of the suite, the jutted hot tub in the master bathroom. An amazing view of the Caribbean. That's literally how blue the waters look in person. And next to it is, I believe, a steam shower. I never really figured out how to get it to work. I bet if I called someone downstairs, they would have been able to tell me, but I didn't really have a reason to use it. There are 2 toilet areas, one to the right where the door is closed, and then here's another one to the right as well. And there's a toilet and a bidet. Now there's a separate tub that we never used, but it's sort of a backup tub if you have multiple people, I assume. But what we did use a lot is this shower to the right. And we also had a master closet here with robes and a safe. Overall, this is the biggest and nicest suite I've ever stayed in. We've really lucked out with this 50% off Black Friday sale. We had a great concierge. He was able to help us with the reserve benefits. We even got like a presidential view on the cabanas for 2 days. The concierge also helps with reserving restaurants, and the food isn't amazing here, but it's all you could eat and it's all inclusive. So it really does do the trick, and you do have that extra kitchen if you want to cook something, or you could venture out to Isla Mujeres or anywhere around the area to get more authentic food. But it's really a beautiful suite, a very nice hotel, and we were really lucky to stay here.